Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're someone who's been navigating the ups and downs of dating, relationships, or maybe just trying to understand how women think when they sense you've lost interest, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into a question many of us have asked at one point or another. What happens when a woman realizes you've lost interest? It's a powerful moment, and believe me, the way she reacts can tell you a lot about her mindset and where things stand. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for this one because we're breaking it all down step by step. So grab a seat and let's get into it. Now, here's what most guys miss. When you stop giving her attention, she won't show it right away. But make no mistake, the shift has already started. 1. She acts unbothered but watches closely. She won't text you. She won't like your posts. She might even pretend like she didn't notice you're not around anymore. On the surface, it's like nothing changed, like she couldn't care less that you're gone. But let me tell you something most guys don't realize. She notices everything. When a woman senses you've pulled back, when the energy shifts and you're no longer chasing, she doesn't panic on the outside. No, she plays it cool, keeps it casual, keeps it quiet. But behind the silence, she's watching you like a hawk. She's checking your stories the moment they go up. She's noticing who's commenting on your posts. If you're in the same circle, she's suddenly more tuned in when your name comes up. She might even throw your name into random conversations just to hear what others say about you. Why? Because even though she acted like she didn't care when you were chasing her, your absence now speaks louder than anything. It disrupts her reality. It challenges her ego. And women hate not knowing where they stand. The truth is, she thought you'd always be there. She got used to being the prize, the one being pursued. But now that you step back, really step back, it unsettles her. Because when a man detaches and stays silent, it forces her to question everything. Wait, did I misread him? Is he talking to someone else? Why doesn't he care anymore? But pride keeps her from showing it. She'll never admit she's watching. She'll keep playing the cool girl role. But the fact that she's still tuned in, still paying attention in the background, tells you everything. So here's the move. Don't flinch. Don't chase. Don't post for her. Don't look for signs. Your silence is power. And if she's watching, it means you still hold her attention without lifting a finger. 2. She tries to make you jealous. She can't say out loud, but deep down, she needs to know if you still care. And when silence doesn't get your attention, she moves to the next play, jealousy. At first, it's subtle. A picture with a guy friend. A boomerang at dinner with some mysterious dude across the table. A story that feels like it's meant for someone specific. And yeah, you feel it's for you, but it doesn't stop there. Suddenly, she's glowing on social media, posing, laughing, out late, looking her best. You don't see a caption, but the message is clear. Look at me. Look what you're missing. Why? Because your silence made her uncomfortable. And now, she's trying to stir something in you, anything. Jealousy, curiosity, anger, it doesn't matter, as long as it gets a reaction. If you take the bait, she wins. The moment you DM her, ask about the guy, or post something compete, she knows. You're still emotionally invested, and that's all she needed. She doesn't even have to want the guy she's showing off. In most cases, she doesn't. He's just a mirror, a tool to reflect back your emotions. If it works, she gets the confirmation she couldn't ask for directly. You still care. But here's the truth. If she was truly moving on, she wouldn't need to show you. People who are genuinely done don't perform. They disappear. So when she starts trying to provoke your jealousy, that's not power. That's insecurity dressed up as confidence. The move? Don't react. Don't comment. Don't even blink. She wants to trigger you. But your indifference is the one thing she can't fake her way through. When her little test fails, she's left with the worst feeling of all, doubt. Did I just lose him for real? Is he not watching anymore? And that's when the game flips. Stay grounded. Stay focused. Your silence is louder than any caption she could post. 3. She reaches out casually, but it's never just casual. It starts with a simple hey. Maybe it's a how have you been? Or I saw something today that reminded me of you. Innocent, chill, almost friendly. But don't be fooled. It's not random. It's calculated. You see, when a woman realizes she's no longer in control, when the attention she once received without asking suddenly disappears, it creates emotional friction. And that silence, it eats at her. But pride won't let her be vulnerable. So she won't text you something honest like, I miss you, or why did you stop reaching out? No, that would give you the upper hand. Instead, she sends a breadcrumb, just enough to reopen the door, but not enough to admit she wants it open. It's a test, a signal, a ping to see if you'll bite. If you respond quickly, with the same warmth and energy you used to have, she gets her answer. You're still there, still emotionally available. And just like that, the power shifts back to her. But here's what you must understand. These messages aren't always about reconnecting. They're about reassurance. She doesn't necessarily want you back. She just doesn't want to feel like she's been left behind. Women crave emotional access. When a man they once had wrapped around their finger suddenly pulls back and stays quiet, it creates uncertainty. And that uncertainty makes them uncomfortable. So they reach, not to rebuild something real, but to see if they wanted to. The worst thing you can do is misread this as a genuine comeback. You get excited, start engaging, maybe even chase again, and instantly she feels safe. Too safe. That's when she disappears all over again. So how should you respond? Simple, neutral, calm, controlled. A short reply is fine. If you even choose to respond at all. But don't give her your old self. Don't reopen a door she's not actually walking through. Because if she truly values you, she won't come with vague text. She'll come with clarity, with consistency, and with intention. Until then, keep your energy where it belongs. With you. For she becomes overly friendly, but it's not what you think. Out of nowhere, her energy shifts. She's suddenly sweet again, warm, polite, maybe even a little flirty. She compliments you. She laughs at your jokes more. She checks in with you just to see how you've been. And you start to wonder, wait, is she interested again? But before you fall into that thought, let's get real. This isn't affection. It's strategy. When a woman feels her emotional grip slipping, and the jealousy games or silence test didn't work, she flips the script. She tries softness. She tries kindness. Because if she can't rattle you emotionally, she'll try to disarm you emotionally. But make no mistake, this isn't vulnerability. This is control wrapped in charm. Her goal isn't to reconnect out of love. It's to pull you back to where she had you before, emotionally accessible, slightly off balance, wondering where you stand. She's not trying to build a relationship. She's trying to keep a door open, just in case she wants to walk through it later. This tactic is incredibly subtle and dangerous because it feels good, it's comfortable, it reminds you of the good times. And that's the trap, because the moment you let your guard down, start texting more, giving more, investing again, she knows. He's still there. I still have him. And just like that, she doesn't need to keep up the kindness. You've given her the confirmation she was looking for. That's why your best response isn't coldness. It's composure. Be polite. Be kind. Smile if you see her. But don't mistake friendliness for interest. Let her actions speak over time, not her tone in the moment. If she's serious, she'll do more than be nice. She'll make it clear with effort, consistency, and emotional investment. Until then, remember, sudden sweetness after distance isn't always love. Sometimes it's just control dressed as kindness. 5. She tries to make you jealous, again but louder this time. When subtle tactics don't get your attention, when being nice or casually reaching out doesn't shake you, she turns up the volume. And this time, it's not just a dinner selfie or a vague post. It's louder, more obvious, and far more calculated. Now she's posting full-on pictures with a new guy. Maybe it's her friend. Maybe not, but he's close, smiling, maybe even has his arm around her. The caption? Something like, exactly what I needed tonight, Dizzy. You see it. She knows you saw it. And she wants you to react. Because here's what's really happening. You not chasing her is triggering something deeper than ego now. It's triggering fear. Fear that you've really let go. That maybe, just maybe, you've outgrown her. And to her, that's terrifying. So she does what a lot of people do when they start losing emotional control. They go for impact. She wants to shake you, make you feel something, get under your skin. Because if you feel even an ounce of jealousy, it means she still matters. But here's the catch. If she was truly moving on, she wouldn't need to perform it. She wouldn't need to prove it. She wouldn't be showcasing her happiness for an audience, especially you. A woman trying to move on in peace doesn't post to be seen. A woman trying to make a point post for you to notice. So what should you do? Nothing. Don't message her. Don't ask about the guy. Don't post some low-key revenge story to match her energy. Because the moment you react, you hand her all the power back. You confirm that she still lives rent-free in your mind. But when you remain calm, when her posts don't move you, that silence cuts deeper than anything you could say. Let her wonder, not you. Let her chase, not you. Because the more she tries to trigger you and fails, the more she starts to realize she already lost you. 6. She tries to reconnect through random excuses. You haven't heard from her in a while. Things have been quiet, maybe even peaceful. Then one day, ding, a message pops up. Hey, do you still have that charger I left at your place? What was the name of that restaurant we went to? Random, but happy birthday to your dog. And you pause, not because of what she said, but because of why she said it. These messages aren't random. They're not about a charger, a memory, or a dog. They're about testing the water, seeing if she still has access to you. At this point, she's exhausted the usual tactics. Being cold didn't work. Being nice didn't work. Trying to make you jealous? Still nothing. Now she's switching to something safer. Low-risk excuses to reopen the door without having to knock honestly. Because if she says, I miss you, she's vulnerable. But if she says, what was that movie we watched? She keeps the upper hand. She wants to know, are you still emotionally available? Would you still drop what you're doing to talk to her? And if you respond quickly, warmly, maybe even try to continue conversation, she gets her answer. I still got him. But here's the thing. She's not reconnecting because she's ready. She's reconnecting to check if she can. If the option is still open, it's not love. It's not growth. It's curiosity and control. So what's the move? Be polite. Be brief. Be unmoved. Answer the question if you must. But don't extend the convo. Don't ask how she's been. Don't open the door wider than she knocked. If she wants something real, she'll say it with clarity, not through an emoji and a half-baked excuse. Until then, keep your energy sacred, because the more she realizes you don't flinch at breadcrumbs, the more she'll question if she ever really had you at all. 7. She becomes emotional and dramatic when a woman realizes you've truly lost interest and all the other tactics she tried. Being nice, trying to make you jealous, reaching out randomly, haven't worked. She may experience an emotional breakdown. It's at this point that the cool, calm exterior cracks, and what you see next is likely a more dramatic, reactive version of her. This sudden emotional shift can take many forms: anger, frustration, sadness, or even playing the victim. It's her way of processing the loss of something she thought she could control. At first, she might seem indifferent. She keeps up the act of not caring, pretending that your emotional distance doesn't bother her. But once she comes to terms with the fact that you're truly detached, the reality hits her like a wave. The woman who once seemed confident and in control is now grappling with rejection, which is difficult for her to accept. Women, like men, can handle rejection, but the difference is how they process it emotionally. Where men might withdraw or become silent, women often react with emotion, sometimes in ways that might seem irrational or dramatic. You might find her suddenly reaching out with emotional text messages. These texts could be filled with frustration, asking questions like, why are you acting this way? Or, is this how you really feel about me? Her goal is to provoke a reaction from you. Anything that might pull you back into an emotional conversation. She may even try to manipulate the situation, accusing you of being the one who has changed or who has wronged her in some way. even if she's the one who pushed you away. It's important to understand that this isn't about her genuinely wanting to be with you again. Rather, it's about validation and control. She wants to know that she still matters, that she hasn't been replaced. The emotional outbursts are her way of testing whether you'll react and give her the attention she feels entitled to. If you respond in any way, whether it's trying to explain yourself, defend your actions, or show regret, she's won. You've given her exactly what she was looking for: emotional attention. The best thing you can do when faced with these emotional outbursts is to stay calm and unfazed. Don't give in to the drama or feel the need to explain yourself. A simple, neutral response like, "I understand how you feel. I wish you the best," is enough. When you refuse to engage with her emotional chaos, she will realize that you're no longer emotionally attached to the situation, and that realization can hit her harder than any argument could. This is when the power truly shifts. At this point, when she realizes you're no longer reacting to her emotional games, it's a powerful moment for both of you. She finally understands that she's lost control, and that could be one of the most difficult realizations for her to face. But remember, staying calm, maintaining your emotional boundaries, and refusing to get pulled into her drama is exactly what will shift the power back to you. And with that, you've won back your peace of mind, your confidence, and your emotional freedom. Now, if you found yourself in a situation like this, where you're dealing with a woman who's playing emotional games or testing your limits, remember, staying grounded and self-respecting is your best strategy. If you want to continue mastering your mindset in relationships and navigate these tricky situations with ease, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and join the conversation in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.